Terima kasih for being here and welcome back to ZiSy Stories channel. And for today's video reaction, we are going to react from a foreigner message to Malaysia. And yes guys, before we have seen the top 15 mistakes that other side of the truth made regarding that Al Jazeera's news are all misleading and biased. So this time, we are going to react from a foreigner's message to Malaysia. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. Here we go guys.
Malaysia, a place where I feel at home.
Wow, look at that,
A place where
feel
I
at
do
home.
not feel alone. A place where my belly has grown.
That is so funny. Look at that guys. He said, feel at home. That is a quote, feel at home. Watch this, Al Jazeera. Hope you watch this video.
This video isn't about self-pity. It's just my story, because this is a historical event that we will be talking about for generations to come. What we are going through, what we've been through, is just incredible. It's surreal. I arrived here in March and had full intentions of exploring as much of the country as I could. I wanted to go to the East Coast, I wanted to go all over the place. Just a couple of weeks into March, whilst I was based in Kuala Lumpur, things started to happen with the COVID-19. And Malaysia very quickly jumped into action and started to introduce the movement control order. And during those first 2 weeks, there was lots of anxiety. I had friends, family messaging me saying, when are you coming home? I had the British government advising everybody to come home. If you're on holiday,
they are worried about him.
Essential that you come home, no travel. So I'm sat there thinking, what do I do? Do I go back home? Do I fly 20 hours, 2 airports and go back to the UK? Or do I stay here in Malaysia? Very difficult decision to make.
Yes, it is.
Especially when you've got family
that is very
back
difficult.
home that you very much care for, and you don't want them to be infected. And I knew if I went back to the UK, I would have to live with my parents, and I wouldn't want to bring any virus into their home. I wouldn't want them to fall ill due to the virus. When I saw Malaysia jump into action, whilst the UK was kind of still open for business, I made the decision that I am going to strand myself in Malaysia.
That's a big decision.
And stay here and see it through, whatever amount of time it was going to take. I honestly thought it was just going to be for a couple of weeks. I didn't realise that I would be locked down in my apartment for 11 weeks. Didn't leave the building for 11 weeks.
3 months?
I have to say, I have been incredibly impressed with how Malaysia has handled the COVID-19 there. As I said, jumped straight into action with the movement control order. All of the state borders were, had police and army making sure that people were not moving around. You could only go for food and essential essential products, go to the pharmacy, go to the doctor's or dentist. You couldn't go exercising. They were very strict. When an area had a large number of cases, it was completely locked down, barbed wire surrounding it, soldiers there, and that's what needed to be done. It's not nice to see that
same
image
here
on
in
TV
the Philippines
of all neighbourhoods in barbed wire, surrounding with barbed wire, but it's what needs to be done. You need to be
Al Jazeera.
You need to have strong leadership. And I feel that the Ministry of Health dealt with it fantastically. The frontliners dealt with it amazingly. I never get involved in politics. I never get involved in religion. I keep positive. I'm a positive person 90% of the time. And I feel what Malaysia has done is a model for the rest of the world, and I'm not just saying that because I'm here. I really do feel
at that, guys.
It is a model that countries
coming
from around the world
a foreigner
should be following, because how they dealt with it was amazing. Every single person was trapped from the original case, and that's what you need to do.
Wow.
Quarantined for 11 weeks. I was
That is so
shadow
nice.
boxing to the Rocky theme tune.
They are equally
happened.
treated in Malaysia.
Was weightlifting with water
Equally.
bottles. That happened as well. I spent a lot of time looking out my window, just thinking, staring into space. And the only thing I could hear, silence and my breathing.
Yeah.
Sound of birds occasionally, no cars on the roads. So quiet, so surreal. It started to drive me a little bit mad and a bit crazy, so I had to start putting on music pretty much all day long, Spotify.
Yeah.
Just playing.
That's all we can
long
do during the
because
lockdown.
the silence got to me. And when you are alone in an apartment for that amount of time, it can send you a little bit crazy. I am so thankful for
even
the people
though
that
if you are at home,
contacted
you can
me.
feel this.
You know, people in
Even
Malaysia
us.
who live in Malaysia don't know me other than doing YouTube videos or on Twitter or Instagram. People were so caring and asking me how I was I needing anything, and that didn't make me feel as alone. That made me feel better that I had people there looking out for me. I was able to keep in touch with my parents, and my parents did amazing, my mum and dad, because they self-quarantined themselves for, well before the government started to recommend that people quarantine themselves. It was a crazy time, and certainly one that I don't want to have to live through again. What I was surprised about is when I went to the immigration office to extend my visa, KL Central was dead, the metro was dead. This was probably back end of April, beginning of May, and that made me realise that people here took this really seriously, and the people are part of the reason why.
Yes, we need to get serious
this
on
hasn't
this
been
matter.
as bad in Malaysia as it has been in other countries. When you look at the figures so far, I don't want to tempt fate, but when you look at the figures so far, compared with the UK,
US,
Italy, Spain, America, Russia, and I think that a lot of it is down to the people.
Yes.
Just people stayed at home,
Agree.
people locked down, thanks to you
I
too.
agree.
Because it could have been so much worse.
Yes,
but
it
I just
is.
want to say thank you, Malaysia, for looking out for me.
Wow,
For looking
gives
after
me chills,
for those
guys.
people that approached me and asked me if I was okay, and
Thank
if
you,
I needed
Malaysia.
anything. Thank you for Clement for looking out for me, keeping in touch, and giving me a safe home to live in over these last 5 months nearly. And very soon I'm going to be going on a road trip for 4 weeks, so I'll talk about that in a future video. And yeah, thank you to the frontliners.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for putting your life in
to our
danger every single
frontliners
day.
all over
Thank you
the
to
world.
those amazing men and women who delivered my food every day and
Who delivers food every day. That is so sweet.
thank God we're getting a semblance of normal back.
Yes, indeed. Great job, Malaysia. You did a great job. All of you guys. Wow, this is really inspiring. And yeah guys, that was the video from a foreigner's message to Malaysia, and thank you to Remote Darren for that. And yeah, I hope that Al Jazeera watch this video, and this will actually tell us a lot about the international, or if you are local or a foreigner that living in Malaysia. But look at that, guys, all are treated equally. So there is nothing more treated that they are focusing on Malaysia, but also they are also helping other nationality. Whatever skin you are, whatever religion you are all equal. And this is what I really love about Malaysia, because it is showing how you guys are amazing. And a message coming from a foreigner, it tells us all, guys. This is what I am talking about. Al Jazeera in your face, man. Look at this video, and this will tell us a lot. And all your information from your news are all biased, are all fake, and all are not true. So guys, I'm so happy to see that a lot of vloggers and a lot of foreigners saying a good things about Malaysia, and this is what I'm talking about. All we have to do is we need to unite. We need to spread love. We need to send a positive message for us to be inspired, not to bringing us down. So for you, Al Jazeera, it is better that you give a good news, not on the negative side of what you have seen in your eyes. That is not true. So it is better that you need to verify first before you launch the video. We know, guys, that especially you from Malaysia, you are all doing great and you work hand on it. And especially to all our frontliners, especially in Malaysia, we know that all our frontliners did a great job fighting for this pandemic. Without the frontliners, we cannot fight this COVID-19. So yeah, Al Jazeera, it is much better that you need to spread love, to spread something positive news and not on the negative side of it, because what you have gave us is all false. That is not true. So you better shut up rather than giving a misleading information, because that is not good. You are not helping the Malaysia country, but you are bringing them down. You need to focus on your country of where you're coming from rather than focusing on the other country. So you need to look for yourself first before looking at the others. So yeah, that's it for our video for today, guys. Hope you like my video reaction, and if you have any video suggestions, please let me know in the comment box section. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and see you again on my next vlog. Bye everyone, and take care!